Assalamu alaikum girls. Welcome to week 7 of term 3. Inshallah, this week we are going to cover timer in Alice just like we covered scorekeeper in Alice last week. Timer is also an object in Alice that can be used to make a game when you want to do so. So let's get right into it. Before we start off, as a starter for today, let's describe the following images in terms of a vehicle. So you have three pictures over here, 1, 2, and 3, and try to think what will be the description of each of these pictures in terms of vehicle. Who is the vehicle of who? Let's discuss the answers if you've already thought about it. Here you can see that the bunny is the one moving, so we say the bunny is the vehicle of the camera. Here you can see the camera will be the one moving, so we say camera is the vehicle of the bunny. Here you can see Alice is the one holding the earth, so when Alice walks, the earth will move along with it. So we say Alice is the vehicle of the world or earth. So these are the answers for the starter. Make sure that whenever you do questions on vehicle, you are correctly saying who is the vehicle of who. The vehicle will be the one that does the movement and the other object is the one that moves along with it. As objective for today, we are going to create the simple catch the chicken game or with any other object you would like. But today we will have both the timer and the scorekeeper object in our game. And for the extra extension mark for today, you have to modify the game to add any extension to make the game a more interesting one. So this is our main activity for today. So let's have a look at what the timer object does. As usual, if you log on to Edmodo, you will see the assignment post for today's work, Timer in Alice. If you open the assignment, there is an attachment of a blank file with timer and scorekeeper. To download this file, press on the small arrow over here. If you click on the small arrow, there is an option called download. Download on some of your computers will ask where to save the download file, and for some of you it will not ask. If it asks, then make sure you are saving on the desktop, and if it doesn't ask, it means it's automatically saved in the downloads folder and you should be able to find it there. So I'm downloading mine onto desktop so that when I open it I will see it over here. This is the blank file with timer and scorekeeper I downloaded. To open this file, go to Alice like you normally would do. Open Alice. In Alice, go to this option, Open a World. In Open a World, if you are in desktop or downloads, you will be able to see the file that you downloaded. Click on it and press on Open. Now we have a blank file with both timer and scorekeeper in it. And we have to make the simple chicken game, but this time the timer should also run along with the scorekeeper. So let's first do all the steps that we did last time. We added all our objects first. So for today I'm going to add, for example, the hair, and I will make copies of the hair because I want multiple objects. Alright, once I have all my hairs, I will see it over here. Hair, hair 2, hair 3, hair 4, hair 5. So first I'm going to create a new event for clicking on each hair. These are the same steps that you did last week as well. Create a new event when the mouse is clicked on something, and here take each of your hair. So the entire hair. And what should we do? We have to increase the scorekeeper, right? So go to scorekeeper, methods of scorekeeper, drag the increment score method. Increase by 1 for example, and I will do this for all the other hairs as well. Okay, so now I'm done with putting all the hairs as new events. Now the next thing I need to do is to create an event where the timer will start when my world starts and it will start counting. So let's see how to do that. Alright, so what we want is that the timer should start when the world starts, and it should go on forever without stopping, correct? Because as long as the game is going on, the timer should go on. So what we will do is, in this event over here where it says when the world starts, do world.myFirstMethod, we will change this. So first what we can do is delete this world.myFirstMethod, right click and delete, and then we will put a loop over there, and this loop we will do it for infinity times. And what do we want to do for infinity times? The timer going on and on. So where will we find the method of the timer? Of course, under the object timer, coming to methods. You can see this is the timer method, increment decrement, which keeps the timer going on. So I'm going to drag and drop the timer method inside my loop. Now this should work for us. So let's try out this game now. When I press play and OK, once the game starts, the timer keeps going on, and whenever I press any here, the scorekeeper will increase the score also. But when I press on the ground or sky, the scorekeeper is not decreasing. This is because we did not add that yet. So let's go back and add that also. Create a new event. When the mouse is clicked on something, which in our case is the ground, what should we do? The scorekeeper should decrement. So press on scorekeeper, come to methods, decrement the score by 1. So now our game is perfect. If you have done this much, then this is the basic part of your making the game today. But you will have extra marks for any extension that you are adding. I would like to show you one extension done by a student last week. So what she did is that in the game, instead of the bunny being there all the time, she made the bunny come up and down so that we could try to catch it. I will show you what it looks like. See, the bunny comes one by one, and you should try to click on it if you want to get the point. So this was a good extension she did. But if you miss it, then you will get a minus point because you're pressing on the ground, right? Alright, so this is just one example of an extension, but you could do any extension. Now let's go back to our slides. So this full thing is your main activity for today. Use the blank file with timer and scorekeeper and make a catch the chicken or any other object game in it. The same thing we did last time, but your timer should be working and running. Also your scorekeeper should be working and running. And for your extra mark, you do the extension to make the game more interesting. As plenary for today, we have a quiz on Edmodo. Once you come to Edmodo, you will see there is a plenary quiz over here. There will be 4 questions for 4 marks and 4 minutes. Once you press on take quiz, the quiz will run. It will be timed for 4 minutes and it will show you your points at the end. So that's all for this week, girls. Inshallah, this week will be an interesting one for you because you will be doing extensions and finding out what you can do better on the game. And this is your only task for this week. Alright, girls, take care and have a good week ahead of you.